on this BuMpY 50-point inspection. From Concord Craft Brewing Company out of Concord, New Hampshire, I have their Heavenly HELLES. So this is a German light lager. They say that it's similar to the Czech Pilsner. It is 5.2% ABV. That's the can art. It's nice. I'm enjoying it. It's got all the hops in the background there. You got the Heavenly with like halos and angel wings, and then you got the HELLES there with the horns and devil tail. This beer is about 5 weeks old, and this was gifted to my wife, who is a bartender, and she let them know the rep there from, I think he's from Concord Craft. I don't know how the whole rep thing works there when they showcase their beers and they look at bringing in different kegs or beers to sell at a bar. But she let him know about my YouTube channel. I think that's what happened anyways, and they got her some beers to let me try out. Now, by no means, you guys should hopefully all know me by now. Does that mean I'm going to automatically give this beer a great scoring? I do my inspections based off of how I feel about the beer. And how I feel about the beer doesn't really mean diddly squat in the whole mess of things, but hopefully, I mean, my palate's my palate, and I can steer people at least in the right direction based off of what I'm getting out of it and how it makes me feel. I've never had this beer before, so I don't know what to expect from it. Since it was gifted to me, I do hope that it is nice and I can say some great things about it. Let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, as far as the appearance on this, it's got some nice tight white bulb at the head. The color of the beer itself is a nice straw gold and very, very clear. So some carbonation streaming up there as well. Definitely looks the part. Great looking beer so far. If anything out of this, if there is somebody from Concord Craft Brewing that is watching this or watches my channel or whatnot, some proper glassware from Concord Craft would be. Alright, well, let's go in for the full inspection now, so cheers. Alright, so the appearance on it looked wonderful. Definitely looks like a HELLES. Plays the part there, 6 out of 6. Now the aromas on this one, based off what they're saying here on the back, they're hitting their notes. Everything that I am picking up is listed on the back, so they're hitting everything that I'm going to say, that they're hitting, I guess, what they're going for or what the beer tastes like to them. Anyways, as far as it coming off like a HELLES you might really expect to know, it's different. It's not quite like the real crisp kind of noble hoppy zesty type of HELLES. So anyways, with that said, the aromas on this, it's like honey dipped apricot. There's a slight citrus note in there, and there is this light breadiness that also appears in the aroma. I'm going to give the aromas a 9 out of 10. For the flavors, it's bready. It's got like a nice bready maltiness to it, like a white bread. There's once again like a honey apricot. The honey resides throughout this. I can pick up honey every single sip, every time I smell it. So I mean, they are using like a honey malt in this, and it is coming off pretty dominant throughout, and the apricots throughout as well. There's a slight citrus note that does appear at the tail end with the bittering effect that happens. It's kind of like a low bitterness that does carry on after the sip. It's pleasant. It's not harsh, and that's kind of that citrus zest that you might expect out of a typical Helles. The body on this one, to me, it's coming off still in the medium body realm, but on the lighter side of the medium body. So I feel maybe like a lighter feel to the body would have helped out a little bit. And it does have a fizzy medium carbonation. So it doesn't quite, it's not like hitting up in like a high carbonation level really, but it does have a nice fizziness to it, which works. And it does dry the palate like you would expect out of a Helles style brew. So drying palate effect happens, which makes you want to keep going back to drink more. So the flavors, I'm going to give this one a 16 out of 19. The body on it, like I said, I kind of struggle. I wish it felt a little bit lighter to me on the palate. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. My overall for this one, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good drink. Like I said, they hit pretty much everything they listed here in their can. So that's definitely in the barriers of flavors. I don't know, I think I'm more of a traditional Helles drinker though, some of the more traditional flavors. But anyways, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. No, there's no off flavors in this at all. It's not off-putting. But yeah, 7 out of 10 for my overall. So that's going to leave the Concord Craft Brewing Company's Heavenly Helles with a BuMpY 42 out of 50, which is going to put this in the very good range. So cheers. Thank you all for watching.